Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us today. We've been playing the single The Storm on our show and been getting some great feedback, so congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. I really love this song. It's kind of a different style that we decided to write this song, you know?
Definitely, and for a lot of Australians, this is the first time they've had a chance to hear the band. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the history of the band, because I understand that you started off as a one-piece.
Well, we started as a trio. We play instrumental music, and we had pretty much influenced by death, you know, like Chuck Schuldiner, sound, human and individual thought patterns. We were really into the death style. And then I moved to Greece. I lived in Greece for 2 years. And then when I came back to Brazil, I really brought some Oriental influences, you know. I got to know some different instruments. I met different people around the world, musicians traveling around the world playing music. Many people from Israel, local Greek people, you know, Egyptian. And then when I came back to Brazil, I thought to mix my heavy metal culture and with these influences. So that's when Heretic was born. So I made the logo, I made the whole concept, and then we started to mix the Oriental stuff into our music. And then after the third album, Eric Martins, he's a Brazilian, but he lives in Portugal for many years. And then he sent us a message on YouTube, you know, asking to jam with us, to record a song with vocals. So yeah, we agreed, and you know, soon we recorded the song called Trial of Sins, and then we were amazed, man, by his vocals and his voice, you know. So he joined the band in 2017. Then we recorded the first album with vocals, which is the To the Falls. And since then, man, we're working together on every album. We recorded, I guess, 4 albums with Heretic, and you know, that's pretty much I guess that was a revolution in our music, you know, to bring some vocals with the exotic atmosphere.
Definitely. Tell us about some of the instruments that you've discovered over the years that you've been able to infuse with the band, because I love that sound. I love the Oriental sound when it gets mixed in with metal music. I grew up listening to Soulfly, and I always loved when they brought in different instruments and things like that. Tell us about some of the instruments that you've brought in over the years.
Man, I lost the beginning of your question.
Yes.
Can you repeat? Hello?
Hello, yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Yep. Yeah, I was just asking to tell us a little bit about some of the instruments that you've brought in to use with the band over the years. I was saying that I really love I loved when Soulfly did that on some of their first albums, when they brought in African drums and things like that. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about some of the instruments that you've brought in over the years to use with the band.
Oh, great, man. You know, from Greece, I had the influence of of bouzouki.
Yep.
Which is a string instrument, baglama. From India, we have the Indian tablas, esraj, harmonium, some flutes. And from Africa, we have the Egyptian percussions, some instruments from Morocco. What else? Oh man, we have so many, so many different instruments. Seriously, and Hajj from India, which is it's a great instrument too. Yeah.
Awesome. What's
and the tampura, which is a instrument from India. Very nice one.
Oh wow! So tell us a little bit about the brand new album Feast. Tell us a little bit about what kind of things were inspiring you when you sat down to work on this album.
Well, we started to write the album in the end of 2019, I guess. when Heretic came to Brazil, we were recording many demos. We recorded like 18 demos for the album, and then we were working aside to record a live album in Brazil, and then we made this live album. Man, we will work like 24 hours a day to record demos and to really put some effort on the band. And then he went back to Portugal in the beginning of 2020, and then we started to editing the songs, to refining the songs, mixing, and then we had to choose 10 tracks to get into the album. And then that was the track list of Feast. So then pandemic came in, everything was closed, everybody was in quarantine, people dying everywhere, man. It was a madness.
Yeah.
So I guess the vibe of the album became like focused in sadness, sadness, darkness. So I guess Feast is a very dark album, very sad album because of the pandemic influence. There's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah. Was it difficult even to record during that time? Because I know here in Australia, and we're back in lockdown now, that studios and things weren't open. So was it even difficult for you guys to get together to work on the album and to record the album?
Oh man, not at all. Because we've been doing this since 2017 when he joined the band, and we started making music, in conference, video conference, Skype and everything else. So it was not difficult. We did like To the Falls, Barbarism, Are You Comfortable? And then Feast was half recorded in distance and half recorded here in Brazil when Heretic came at the end of 2019. So yeah, we pretty much use it to eat. That's just not difficult at all for us, And
yeah.
Thanks technology, man.
Yeah. And what is the hope now that the world is starting to open back up again? Like, will you look to do shows, or will the band just solely be an album band?
Man, we really wanted to go on tour. We were supposed to be in Europe July 2020, but then the pandemic, postponed all our plans. And this year, it's not possible too. The same problem, pandemic. And maybe next year, man, we started to play some gigs in Europe. Portugal, I guess, will be our starting point. And then maybe conquer the world, who knows?
Yeah.
But we're really looking forward, man, to go on tour next year.
Definitely. Now, I mentioned before that we've been playing The Storm, and you said that it's a track that you love. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that track. What is The Storm all about?
Well, this track was one of the tracks we recorded in distance when Heretic went back to Portugal. I wanted a more stoner doom atmosphere with simple riffs, the lyrics ended up in being about sadness. Heretic wrote the lyrics. He was in Portugal, and I guess this track was pretty much influenced by the bands that I was listening back at the time. I remember one. I think they're Canadian, man. It's called YOB. It's
okay.
A very doom and stoner, very slow tempo. I guess this song was pretty much influenced by this band, and that's it. I think it's a very out of the box song in Heretic discography, man. It's very peculiar, talking about our style.
Definitely. Well, if people out there who are falling in love with The Storm want to go out and grab Feast, tell us a little bit about where they can go to grab a copy of the album.
Well, you can buy on our Bandcamp site, and we were waiting for the CDs, man, to come to be released. Digipack Deluxe Edition. They're being made in France and in England. So I guess by the end of the month, We'll be ready to distribute them all around the world. But for now, we have only digital stuff on the platforms, and people can buy it on our Bandcamp.
Awesome. Well, we're going to play The Storm again right now on the show. So is there anything you would like to say to everybody out there before they take a listen to this amazing track once again?
Oh man, that's great. I love The Storm. Well, I really appreciate the time, the opportunity to talk to Australia. I really have good friends down there. And always a pleasure, man, to listen to this accent. You know? And I want to thank you for the opportunity, and thank the public, the crew, and enjoy Feast. It's not a very simple album to listen to, but it's doomy. It's about sadness, but I think it fits pretty well in the period of time we're living now, man. Thank you very much, and Heretic will be out soon.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.